Hey guys, how's it going? Well, today we're going to be continuing on with flower bed cleanup, some rose and hydrangea pruning, perennial cutback, and then I'm hoping to be in the greenhouse later on today to start 3 different types of seeds, but it's been a very interesting start to the day. So first off, you'll notice that we're standing here in the Hartley, and that's because it's so windy outside. I wanted to start in here and just kind of talk through what we're going to be doing today without the wind blowing in the microphone, because that's always hard to listen to. But 30-mile-an-hour wind gusts. It's not tremendously cold out there. It's like 41 or 42, which is chilly, but I've got about 5 layers on. I'm bundled up really, really well. And as long as you dress properly, it really doesn't bother me to be out there. But we also do not have power right now, and we haven't for about the last hour, 2 hours or so, and we're expecting it to be off for at least another hour. And we're not sure exactly why yet, except we've been hearing reports that there was an earthquake, not really close to us, but I guess we were right on the edge of it. It was a 4.9. We didn't feel it. Anyway, that happened, and then our power went out, so we'll see. But as long as we don't have power, that means I don't have water. So I can't like pre-moisten the seed starting mix and all of that business. I was kind of hoping just to be in the greenhouse all day today, looking at what the weather was doing outside. It's also supposed to sprinkle a little bit on and off throughout this afternoon. So we'll see what happens. I'm just hoping to move through more of the flower beds, and I probably won't stop and talk through it what I'm doing because it's so windy, but we're going to start on the end of the west side where we left off last night. Benjamin and I did some yesterday, and then I'm hoping to go out to the south garden and work on some hibiscus, dinner plate hibiscus, which we cut 4 inches above the ground. We'll do some hydrangea pruning and thinning. We'll do some rose pruning. I don't know if there are any other perennials to cut back out there, but I thought we'd just kind of go through the flower beds, comb through them, and see what else we've got to work on out there. But I did want to show you real quick before we head out how our white geraniums are doing that we started, was it end of November? It looks like I need to give them a little water. We've got this one, look at, we've got a bud. It's so exciting. It looks like that one's getting ready to push some buds. They look so great. Ooh, I have just enough water left in this can to give these a little drink. Oh, and look at that. Look at that beautiful bloom. That's a stenocactus coreanus. Beautiful purple bloom. It almost looks fake. All right, well, we can't let a little weather hold us back. Let's head out to the garden. All right, here's where we're gonna start. we've made really good progress. We're right here to the Poet's Wife roses. Aaron just backed up and asked if I wanted to go get something warm to drink. So I'm gonna take a break and we're gonna go do that. Yay. Just made it back. Aaron and I went to a gas station that's near us and just got some snacks and had a little drive. It was really nice. Nice to have the break. I thought we would take just a second because the wind isn't super strong right now. And I'll walk you through this area. And then we've got one more rose to cut back and then we're going to move on. So we did some yarrow and ornamental grass cut back right here and just did a light job raking. And I explained the last time we were in here that we are going to come in with a nice layer of mulch here really soon. So that will go over the top of all the leaves and stuff that are left. In fact, the leaves back in here are like a solid mat. And I had a hard time even raking them. So I'm just going to leave them because they're not very thick and we'll just mulch on top. But there's ornamental grass, caryopteris, lamb's ear in here, penstemon, daisies, just all cut back to an inch or two above the ground. Back in here, we did some major stuff that I was actually not planning on doing today. This right here is an Autumn Brilliance serviceberry. It needs to be staked, so it needs to go back like this, which we will do here soon. See, it's got a little bit of a lean, so we'll take care of that. But there were a couple of really big branches very low, like this one right here was growing over into the plants nearby, as was this one right here was growing through the fence and laying on the fence. So just cleaned that up and lightened the load down here, which was so nice. And then we took after this elderberry, which was inevitable. I have been talking about possibly trimming this one up like I've done the others. Like this is the same exact shrub right here, the instant karma elderberry. And this one was a massive shrub last year, and there's another one at the very far end. And I took it down to make it into a tree form. But as I was trimming this one, it did not have a very nice shape for a tree form. So I just kept cutting and cutting and cutting and ended up just lopping the whole top off because I think I'm going to even take it down further. It's probably going to come out altogether. I just planted this end of the walkway a little bit too thick, and it was really nice because you can see what it's blocking. There's a street that comes and just stops right here. So there's a couple of road signs that the elderberry blocked, but everything else in this area will eventually block it as well, like the serviceberry. There's also a 9-bark next to it, but it was just crowding out so much stuff in this area. I thought, well, may as well just take it down, see what happens this year, see if we can kind of keep it controlled. If not, we'll just take it out and let the other things have space. It will really be amazing how much growth this will put on. And you know, once the serviceberry and the elderberry have leaves, it will block that view again. But I have to say, I love seeing the whole weeping Alaskan cedar, and I love being able to look through. It's almost like this little view right through this area to the south garden. Oh, that wind is chilly. I was super hot right before Aaron and I left, and then I sat for a minute, and that always makes me like I got to build back up to that heat again. But we got the one Poet's Wife done. We're gonna do this one, do a little rake job, and then we're gonna head over here. We've got some hydrangeas and hibiscus and stuff to work on. And I'll probably just do a little bit out there, and then we'll head to the greenhouse somewhere where the power is back on, by the way. all done out here for now. We started over here. There's some quick fire hydrangeas that aren't very big. In fact, you probably have a hard time seeing them from a distance. They're on the small side, but they're going for it. They were full of blooms last year. And then I cleaned up a few little roses right here. The biggest job was this corner, which is basically all that's in the back of this gator. 3 hibiscus that are massive. Lavender Crush, I think, is the name of those. And then 3 buddleias that I cut back, but I think I could even cut them back further. There's really no life left in the stems right here, but if you follow it down, you can see some fresh leaves coming out. So I'll just leave these so that we know the plants are here, and then I can come in later and cut these back even more if we want to. I don't think it's necessary to do that. But everything else in this area is looking pretty good. There's salvia and sedum. There's Russian sage in here. I did prune the limelight prime hydrangeas. So now let's head to the greenhouse. We are going to be starting Strawflowers, Craspedia, and Gomphrena today. Okay, we're in the greenhouse. I'm ready to start these seeds. And of course, the moment we come in the greenhouse is just about the moment the wind decided to stop blowing. And I think the sun's trying to come out, which is beautiful. That makes me really happy, but my goodness, it was breezy out there, especially in the very beginning when we started. But I am so happy with what we got done out there. Oh my goodness. And these are the seeds we're going to be working with today. We've got 4 varieties of Gomphrena, 5 of Strawflower, and the Sunball Craspedia. And all of these share one amazing thing in common. Actually 2. They all, once established, don't require a tremendous amount of water. They're very easy keepers. They all like full sun and heat, but they all make for amazing dried flowers. So let's run through the varieties of Gomphrena, which are an amazing filler flower. All of these are amazing filler flowers as well. So Audrey White, Raspberry Cream, Orange, and Pink. And then our varieties of Strawflower here, we've got Vintage White, King Size Red, Golden Yellow, Purple Red, and Apricot Peach, and then the Sunball Craspedia. And these are definitely the most unique of all 3 because the blooms are yellow spheres. The wind is starting up again, kind of blowing the plastic around. Anyway, and the leaves are so pretty. They're a very silvery blue, and they're kind of spiky, and they're at the base of the plant, and then they shoot out these really long, slender, strong, but kind of wispy stems. I just think they're really cool. And I honestly do not use a lot of these in my bouquets because they are so like Dr. Seuss-esque, but I just like to see them out in the cut garden. So I'm gonna do 1 tray of 24 of these, and then I'm doing 1 tray each, 72 count trays of the Gomphrena and Strawflower. So we'll have 3 new trays today. So we'll be doing our same routine, pre-moistening our seed starting mix here. The Strawflowers need light in order to germinate, so we will not cover those seeds, maybe just a little layer of vermiculite. Same with our Craspedia, layer of vermiculite. And then the Gomphrena, we just cover lightly, like 1/8 of an inch of soil, and then I'll probably do a tiny, tiny layer of vermiculite. So let's get these done. all done. They're in here under the grow lights. We've got Craspedia right here, and then we've got the 2 flats, one of Gomphrena and one of Strawflowers right in here. And I'm gonna be taking, these are snapdragons right here that I need to thin, but I'm gonna take these out to the greenhouse. In fact, that's what was on these 2, or under these 2 grow lights to begin with today, and I already moved those out. And that is it for today's projects. Really happy with the flower bed cleanup, really happy to have more seeds going, and I love being able to move stuff out. It's worked out just perfectly this year to where I'm not starting like as many, I don't think, of every variety, a little bit fewer, so I'm able to get everything up and going under the lights that I have here in the studio, and I'm not even utilizing the sunlight, the 3-tier sunlight gardens. These right here, these just have like houseplants and succulents and cacti. I'm basically just using this bank of lights and those 2 lights. And as things sprout and come up, I'm moving them out into the greenhouse just in time for a new batch of stuff to come back in. I love it. And the wind is howling again outside. I was so thankful to be in the greenhouse there just a few minutes after we got in there. See the poor arbs just bending over underneath the wind. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed it, and we will see you in the next one. Bye.